This is DJ Fallout. This is March 25th, 2021, and this is the Fallout shelter for that day. Welcome back to Fallout Radio. This is the Fallout shelter. This is DJ Fallout. Welcome back from spring break. Oh, what a spring break, huh? Did you get any rest? Did you get any sleep? Did you get any homework done? My answer to those questions is no, and no, unfortunately. There's a lot of stuff to do around the house. There's family, of course, comes first always, but welcome back. I know we spend a lot of time with our families and friends. It's still a bit of a whirlwind, though. I know it's Thursday. So this is the welcome back from spring break edition of the Fallout Shelter. You first heard Simple Minds Don't Forget About Me, one of those great songs from one of those great movies that your parents probably made you watch before you went to high school. It's a great movie, The Breakfast Club. It's still pertinent today. Cliquishness and tribalism still exists today. So if you ever want to watch a great movie that's a great commentary on teenagers and Generation X in general, The Breakfast Club is it. So, vaqueros, what's up? How stressed are we this week? As you know, my show, The Fallout Shelter, focuses on the ways that we care for ourselves during times of change, like now. Now, in terms of change, I just got my second COVID shot last week. Just an FYI, for some of you, you will be in bed for the next day. It was awful. A little bit of a body ache, a little bit of fever. This is just my body's way of turning on the alarm system, if you will, pretending like I've got sick. It lasted for 24 hours, and I'm fine. I'm very grateful to have done it for myself and for my larger community, because I want to make sure that I'm not going to be spreading the virus and that I'm doing my part by getting vaccinated, along with, of course, the same protective measures that we've got. Speaking of which, we've also gotten through the first week of the no mask mandate from Texas. How are we doing? I know I, for one, am glad that certain businesses like our local HEB have gone ahead and said, you know what, we're going to make sure that we continue the policy inside the stores. So at least for those of us like myself that do get a little bit anxious, when we see a big group of folks with no masks on, it makes it a lot easier to still do those things that we have to do. And a lot of the businesses are still clearly wearing masks. So we're almost there, folks. More and more people are getting vaccinated. I know that UTRGV has called up several people for the Pfizer vaccine. I wasn't eligible because I got my Moderna vaccine through CVS. So I do encourage every single one of you, get vaccinated. Tell your friends to get vaccinated. That way we can all make sure that we get through this together. Here's Blue Oyster Cult. Welcome back, vaqueros, to the Fallout Shelter. This is DJ Fallout. So as you just heard, we're talking about the Radio FX app. This is a relatively new thing that we're looking to get off the ground. Check it out. I'm relatively new here, and I'm finding newer and newer ways to use this every day. If you go to just your Google Play or your App Store, and you download the Radio FX app, then just look for UTRGV or Vaquero Radio. Either one will show up. And then you can make it a favorite. And once you do, you'll have a go button at the bottom of the screen. This will give you options to interact with us through Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. It'll show when your favorite DJs are on a calendar. And ultimately, you'll even be able to call us. Now, a lot of these features are kind of in the works. They're coming soon. But we are working really, really hard to get this up and running for the station. And I'm pretty sure once we've got it up and running, it's going to be really, really great, because you'll be able to interact with us. We'll be able to interact with y'all. We can do polls and contests and all sorts of things, but it all depends on you. So please download the app. Okay, it is free through the Google Play and the App Store. The app is called Radio FX, and it's how you'll be listening to Vaquero Radio in the near future. Up next, the seatbelts. Vaqueros, welcome back to the program. So that previous song does require a bit of an explanation. It's not usually in my playlist. What's Up Danger, of course, is from Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, that great cartoon that Sony made a few years ago. Just an FYI, my son Luca is the biggest Spider-Man fan you could imagine. From the age of 3 years old, he was jumping around the house pretending he was Spider-Man. He used to sleep in the costume. He was a very, very big fan before he even knew he was. So that song, anytime I see it, I'm probably going to play it because it reminds me of my son. And so that's the reason why that's way out of my playlist. Before that, you heard the Seatbelts with Gotta Knock a Little Harder. That song is from a really great anime that came out around 2000 called Cowboy Bebop. And if you've ever wanted to see a combination of Japanese animation and blues and watch how it plays together, that's a really great show. If you're not into Japanese animation, what people used to call Japanimation, now called anime, it's a great way to get introduced to it. It's the people in the program are human. They have real trials, real problems, and the show does a really great job of kind of explaining their backstories in such a way that humanizes these characters that are just drawn on the screen. So anyway, that's what I'm up to right now. I hope you guys are doing okay. Again, this is DJ Fallout, and this is the Fallout Shelter. Here's some feel-good music from Aretha Franklin. Rocketos, welcome back to the Fallout Shelter. So we kind of scraggled through today's show. Of course, it's the week after spring break, so everybody's brains are a little frazzled, but just understand we're here for you. We're going to be interacting more and more as the semester wraps up. Of course, we are about halfway, we're at the halfway point and knee deep in our assignments, but you know what? We can get through this together. We got through the pandemic. We're almost there. We're almost through the semester as well. So I'm proud of y'all. Give yourselves a round of applause for getting this far through the semester. So, I'm feeling good about it, even though I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, way too many assignments due. But I'm sure you all are feeling the same way. So, Vaqueros, what do you think? As I mentioned, we're halfway through this semester, and with Vaquero Radio coming back online, getting new DJs and working through our kinks, we're a work in progress. And we're proud of the work that we've done so far, but we also want to hear from you. So you can always email us, of course, which is the radio@utrgv.com email address. You can always email us. You can contact us through the website, and you can also start using the app. So please, we want to hear from our listeners. Y'all make our day. When you tell us that we're doing well, we can do better, we're always willing to go ahead and take that feedback. So thank you all for listening to me. Honestly, I never thought that I would have the ability or the platform to talk to our fellow students and other folks from around the world, but here we are. So please keep listening. We're going to get better and better, and we're going to be growing as the semesters go on. And I assure you, we want to hear from you, and thank you again for listening as part of our programming. So again, I am DJ Fallout, and this is Fallout Shelter. Thanks for being here. All right, Vaqueros, welcome back to the program. This is DJ Fallout once again with the Fallout Shelter. So we made it to the end of another hour. Congratulations, it's Thursday. We're almost there, I promise you. Once this week is over, then, it's one day at a time, right? Especially for us students. Right now we're in a strange place. I don't know about you, but I'm taking a whole lot of virtual classes, so it makes kind of the reality of homework hit that much harder when it finally does. So get to it, Vaqueros. Get that homework done, get those grades, and we'll see you on the other side. And hopefully we'll see you again this Thursday. Again, 11 to 12, DJ Fallout with the Fallout Shelter. Thanks for listening.